Good morning. I just wanted to give you a quick little tour of our yard again, give you an update on our raised garden beds, on what we're growing from seed, what I have been dealing with as far as little critters go. So here we go. It's windy today, so hang on tight. Wow. It is such a beautiful day though. It's like 66 degrees with the feels like temp a little bit cooler because of the wind. When I say it's windy, I am not playing. Man, oh man. Like the gusts of wind, I don't know what it gets up to, but it's ridiculous. I'll kind of show you what the wind does around our yard as far as our trees goes. Oh, it's so frustrating. It's so upsetting. Anyway, let's do this. Okay, so the story is we wanted to protect our beds because we've had bunny issues where they come in and eat all the things that I grew and started inside, and that was starting to get really old. We ordered the mesh. I didn't get enough of the hoops to keep the mesh up off of the plants and everything. And apparently the wind blew this one off, so that's really frustrating. I do have clamps, however, that came with everything that I ordered. I ordered the mesh and the hoops at the same time. But I need to get, like I said, I need to get more hoops so that I can get that off of, you know, our plants and everything. But I did notice some bunny droppings on here yesterday that I already cleaned off. I think they were trying to get my radishes that I put in here as seed. Things, I swear. I love the bunnies, but it's really frustrating whenever you're trying to grow food. They want your food. I so far like the mesh. I, however, do not like the fact that the wind blows them off, even though they do have this little cinch that goes across the bottom that you can tighten. I'll show you right here. That is what you can use to tighten it around. Apparently I didn't have it tight enough on this side. However, I blamed it on the bunnies and the wind. So who knows? But anyway, that's where we're at. The bed here under our bedroom windows. These are all flowers. Well, not this. That come back every year. I planted them one time and they continue coming back. I think it's impatiens, which I don't know. I guess it's a type that does come back, but I didn't think they were supposed to. I'm not complaining. I love it. I also threw in a few of the sunflowers, the seeds in here, to see if we could get some to grow. Hopefully they do well. Some of that's impatiens too. And this is our favorite rose bush. It's the Grantham from Downton Abbey. That's what it was named after. It smells amazing. That's the main reason I got it. Oh, and because we love watching Downton Abbey. It doesn't really trellis. It's not the type that actually trellises, but I've tried to. I like the trellis as a backdrop regardless, especially since that's just a big blank white wall, which I love that too. Makes it look better, I think. So this is a pot that I have put a bunch of seeds that I kept from last year. I can't remember what all is in here. I want to say there's zinnias and some type of sunflower, daisies. I can't remember what all is in there, but there's little buds. You can see some little green coming up. Hopefully it does well. We'll see. And this is a citronella plant, which it smells just like what you think. I mean, a citronella candle, that's obviously what it's made from, but these purple little flowers are so pretty. I just wanted to put a little bit of color in here with it. I have a few more things back here that I have started from seed, which are mainly flowers or tomatoes. Sugar snap peas. I have another place I can show you where I've got sugar snap peas. Oh, also, I threw some pinto beans out one time, and I did not know that they would grow. Like the kind that you just boil and eat. Had no idea. Tip for that. And here's another spot that I made the sugar snap peas grow. I thought it would be really cute to kind of have them trellis that little house. And who knows, maybe if it works, then we can all snack on sugar snap peas while the kids play. But I wanted to show you, like, what happened is I had some beans soaking one day, and they had sat for several days because I didn't get back to them in time to cook them. So they started sprouting, and I thought, oh, that's weird. This was like back in March, so I threw them out here in the compost pile, and they started growing. Like, I literally had no idea that they would do that. Wow. So we'll see what happens. Maybe they'll grow. Maybe we'll have some beans. I don't know how long it takes for them to start growing the beans or whatever. I don't know how it even works. So I'm learning as we go. So just a little update. Our two pets that we've had in the past. We had Luigi. He was 18 years old. We had him since he was born, basically. But you're probably wondering why I'm looking at the ground talking about this. When he died very peacefully. It was very sweet. He was in his little house, and we buried him back here in our backyard. And then just a few months later, we tragically lost our little Pomeranian, Hugo. And we actually found him in the back pasture. Some coyotes had gotten him one night, and we had no idea. We thought he ran away. We didn't know where he went. But anyway, long story short, they're both buried here. And then, as you know, we recently lost Luna for the same reason, coyotes. And so we buried her here. My husband helped me with her, and he put her name right here on her little tray, very sweet. And then I put a hosta here to grow, sort of like I did with the other two. Those are daffodils that come back every year. So anyway, rest in peace, our little critters. We miss you. Speaking of Wendy, so these are the 3 trees that we planted about 8 years ago, I think. And they were tiny trees. They were I'm talking about these 3 right here. Look at that. It was up to here. It's taken in the wind. It snapped it. You can see right there. Snapped it. So we had to cut it. That same thing happened to this one, but as you can see, it started growing and kind of correcting itself. Like the limbs started pulling up and it's corrected itself. The same thing happened to this one, like twice. It's not looking too great though, but hopefully it will bounce back. You can see right there, that's where it broke, which that was a couple of years ago. This is her tree pile right now. This is the parts of that pine that we had to cut out. The good thing is pine needles make great mulch, so we've got free mulch for our garden and our trees and stuff. So now I've got to get back to this mesh, putting it on our raised beds to further protect them, not only from the rabbits, but anything else that might try to get our crop. What are you doing? What are you doing? Silly fella. Here is some more seeds that I've started, seedlings, and this is alyssum right here, right here, right here. That's all alyssum. And then the ones in the center, I think there's a few alyssum in there, but there's also some other stuff coming up. I don't know if it's zinnias. I'm not totally sure what it is because I can't remember what all threw in here, but let's see what happens. Can't wait.